रस्त्याचेर अभाव, लायट मेळना, ह्यो सगळ्यो फॅसिलिटीज कमी जावपाक लागल्या. म्हणून आमी डिमांड केला चीफ ऑफिसराक आनी बाकीच्या ऑथॉरिटीक की जी पळय मेगा प्रोजेक्ट लायसन्सां दिल्लीं आसा ती एक तर रिवोक करची आनी ह्यान फुडें खंयच्याच मेगा प्रोजेक्टाक लायसन्स दिवचें न्ही जो पर्यंत ह्यो इन्फ्रास्ट्रक्चर किंवा फॅसिलिटीज लोकांक अवेलेबल जाय पर्यंत.
A mention of the sanctioning of licenses for 16 mega projects in Ponda had been made at the recently concluded monsoon session of the State Legislative Assembly, but this was not acceptable to the people of Ponda.
आता हे ज्यो गोष्टी काही त्यांच्या आसा मागणी त्यांच्या आसा ते आमी घेतल्या आमी तेंचे कडेन आमी तेचे विचार करता आमी जाय जाल्यार गव्हर्मेंटा कडेन ते सगळें मांडटा हातूंत भितर कितके प्रॉब्लेम जे आसा ते कित पर्यंत ते खरें आसा कितले पर्यंत ते फोट आसा ते पळोवपा जाता कितके बाबा आनी प्रॉब्लेम खरेंच प्रॉब्लेम आसा जाल्यार आमच्या लेवलाचेर ते प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करपाक आमी शकता काय कितें हेजेर आमी विचार करतले आतां तो सॉल्व करपाचो प्रॉब्लेम हें आसा ते आमी ते विचार करून आमी तो प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करतले.
Mr. Sanjay Naik, chairperson of the Ponda Municipal Council, further appealed to the government to come up with a permanent solution to the issue of mega projects.
Mega project म्हणजे कितें बोवाळ चल्ला हेजेर खरें म्हणजे गव्हर्मेंटान काही डिसिजनां घेवपाक जाय गव्हर्मेंटान काही गोष्टी फ्रेम करपाक जाय आनी गव्हर्मेंटान डिसायड करपाक जाय गव्हर्मेंटान तेंचे कॅबिनेटाक डिसिजन घेवन जें कितें तेंचें हें आसा बरें एकमेकाचे विचार सगळे एकटे हाडून हें तेणी डिसायड करून तेणी खरें म्हणजे एक हें पास करपाक जाय तशें केल्यार म्हाका दिसता हे सगळो गोंधळ जो आसा हो सोंपतलो.
Hotelier Ralph D'Souza was once again unanimously nominated to head the Travel and Tourism Association of Goa for another 2-year term at the 27th installation function held at a Star Hotel at Benauli.
I will discharge my duties as the President of the Travel and Tourism Association of Goa to the best of my ability and shall enforce and uphold the Constitution of the Association at all times.
Addressing the gathering, Mr. Ralph D'Souza requested the government to use the revenue collected from the tourism industry for the creation of good infrastructure for the benefit of tourists arriving in the state.
Today tourism is at crossroads with global recession breathing on our necks. We request the government to use the funds collected from tourism for the creation of proper tourism infrastructure and introducing facilities for the tourists visiting Goa.
He also requested the government to enforce strict law and order in order to improve the image of the state.
We need to change the image and the physical appearance of the state, and this can be done by strict implementation of law and order and coming down very hard on the illegal activities like the hawkers, beggars, touts, beach bums, encroachers, extortionists and cheats who have spoiled the fair name of Goa.
Mr. D'Souza also called upon the state government to protect the natural beauty and heritage of Goa in order to sustain tourism in the state.
The preservation of our natural and built-up heritage has to be protected at all costs. By preventing the encroachment and development in these areas, especially in the green belts, heritage sites and paddy fields. What we see today is not a very happy sight, as this sensitive area, especially the paddy fields, are destroyed in the name of development. However, the government should encourage and protect all legal activities for proper development of Goa.
The Tourism Secretary, Government of Goa, Dr. M. Mudassir, speaking on the occasion, said that the government would prevent the mushrooming of illegal shacks along the beaches of Goa this year onwards.
And the task force that will be created will have representatives from all the departments, and our motto in tourism department is that we will not tolerate any illegal shacks, zero tolerance.
After patiently listening to all the points raised by the various speakers, the chief guest for the evening, Chief Minister Digambar Kamath, assured full support from the government to the association to help make Goa the #1 tourist destination in the world.
That is why I believe that your association can really play a very, very important role in further flourishing state of Goa. I offer my full support to your association. Let us work hand in hand together to make Goa a first international destination in the world.
The village of Karamboli in Tiswari Taluka seems to have been struck by misfortune over the last week. In an incident that occurred yesterday, a 35-year-old Mr. Anand Bhedekar met his watery grave after he apparently fell into the lake following an episode of epileptic fits. The deceased was apparently fishing at the Karamboli lake when the incident occurred. Anand's brother Vilas Bhedekar narrated the incident while speaking to Goa 365.
हांव सकाळीं काम गाडी घेवन वयता आसतना तो थंयसर आसलो बसलो इतलेंच ताका आमी पळयलो आनी ताका आमी कांयच पळोवंक ना हांव काडलो आनी पणजे गेलो हांव गाडी मारता गाडी हांव घेवन मागीर आमकां 8 8:30 सुमार फोन येयलो की भावान उडी मारली म्हणून आमी ताबडतोब येयले पयलीं हांगा सगलो लोक भरलेलो त्या पयलीं आमचे पयलीं पुलीस बी ते येवन बी ते हें करताले आनी काय तेंच्यांनी जायी ट्राय केली तेंच्यांनी हें करपाक काडपाक ताका गोरोंक येयलो म्हणटा आतां कितें म्हणून आतां कशें कळटा तेजे कपडे काडून थंय दवरलेले आहा कपडे आनी गरी आहा थंयसर.
The Old Goa police as well as the fire brigade personnel and the villagers had gathered at the site to try and locate the body but were unable to do so till this report was filed this morning. In an effort to monitor the ambient air quality across the state, the Goa State Pollution Control Board had recently erected pollution monitoring cum display boards at various prominent locations in the state. Though these boards have been around for quite a while now, it is still not clear what purpose they strive to serve, as the Aam Aadmi just cannot decipher the message that's displayed on them. We spoke to Mr. L.U. Joshi, the chairman of the Goa State Pollution Control Board, and tried to understand ourselves what purpose these boards actually meant to serve.
I had suggested all the state boards that they should put up the display boards, because once you put the display board, it is very easy for the people to understand what is the amount of pollution that is present in the various places.
We also spoke to some citizens and tried to find out whether these boards made any sense to them at all, and this is what they had to say.
ते पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल बाबा कितलो टेम्परेचर आमच्या हितून हा कितें पोल्यूशन हा ते आमकां कळपा खातीर बोर्ड लायला पण आमी येयल्ले हांगासर येवंक वचोंक करता पणजे सिटीन पण आमकां हांगासल्यान कांयच कळना बाबा कितलो चल्ला तो बंदूच पडलेलो रिस्पॉन्स डायरेक्टली
ना म्हाका कितें खबर ना हो बोर्ड कसलो तो आमी हांगासून डेली वयता सर्कलाक असो रावंड मारता नजर पडटा बोर्डार पण खबर ना बरयल्लें आसा पोल्यूशन कंट्रोलर म्हणून पण कितें खबर ना बाबा हो कितें तेजेर कितें दिसत ना ब्लॅकूच आसता तो पोल्यूशन कंट्रोलाची खरीच हांगा गरज आहा बिकॉज मोस्टली ट्युरिस्ट लोक आमच्या गोंयांत चड येता तांकां तरी कळोंक जाय बाबा कितलें पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल जाता जावं कितलें आसा तांकां मेन कळोंक जाय बिकॉज दीस इज द मेन एरिया वेर द गाडी हांगासर सर्कल घेतात तेंचे जब्ब करून नजर पयलीं बोर्डार वयता आतां कितें जाता जब्ब करून नजर वयतकूच ते म्हणटा बाबा हें कितें लायलां.
Each of these boards costs anywhere between 1 to 3 lakhs of rupees, but they have just not been able to serve any meaningful purpose to the common man, for whose information we presume it was erected. Moreover, the board installed at the Panjim bus stand has not even been in a working condition for quite some time now. We'll spill into a short break. Stay with us.